Gothic is an action RPG game made by German company Piranha Bytes. Yes, the same company that made Gothic 3, and the more recent game would be Elix. Released in early 2001 in EU and later on NA.
During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one. The war against the orcs took its toll, and the prisoners of the realm were to pay the price. The king needed swords for his army, and every man guilty of a crime, no matter how insignificant, was forced to work in the ore mines of Corinus. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out the best magicians of the kingdom to create a magic barrier around the entire valley. I was one of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier. 1 second of negligence was enough for the prisoners. Corinus was now under the control of the convicts. The king had no choice. He had to negotiate. He needed the ore. Month after month, the king supplied everything the prisoners needed. Month after month, they brought the ore to the edge of the barrier in exchange. Until the present day. Another convict was brought to the cliff. He did not know, but he would change everything.
In the name of King Robar II, bearer of the scepter of Verant, I sentence this convict to...
Stop! Convict, I've got an offer to make you. This letter must reach the leader of the Magicians of Fire.
You're wasting your time.
You may choose your own reward. They'll give you anything you ask for.
Very well, I'll take your letter. On one condition. Spare me the rest of his nonsense.
How dare you.
Keep silent. Right, send him in.
So after you get bullied by some random guy, you finally have arrived at the colony and your adventure begins. As it's actually the first thing you're gonna do, let's talk about controls and fighting mechanics. So, as in any normal PC game, you move with WASD and you turn around with your mouse. Thing to add, if you can't actually change DPI on your mouse, good luck, because even if the game sense is on max, you can't turn for shit. Now things get interesting, or maybe even weird for some. For you to do anything besides what I mentioned, you need to hold an action key, which for me is mouse 1, and another key to do something, which for me is W. So basically, to pick something up, you hold the action key and press W. Same on with fighting. You hold one and press another one, same with fighting. Now let's talk about combat. It's interesting to say at least. You can block, dodge and hit while pressing your keys that set left to right like this. Okay, now let's talk about actual combat. I would compare this to Dark Souls, because you die in first few or even first hit from everyone at the start. Monsters, people, even height. It doesn't matter, so be ready to save and load a lot. Another thing to add, fighting there are two ways, either you die or just knocked out. The monsters will kill you instantly, but the people either kill you or just knock you out and take your ore. Yes, that happens. And ore is the currency of the colony. For the people it depends, what have you done before? And are they hostile? Like for example bandits. The voice acting is good enough.
How are you doing?
Well, since I stopped working in the mine, I can't really complain.
And you have some hidden gems.
Hey man, I'm Fisk.
Voice acting itself is good. Let's talk about graphics though. As it's made in 2001, obviously it doesn't stand up to the date. But you're one of those care about graphics and only one played the game because it looks like shit. Please, Go to top right, press the red X and never come back. I don't see. The music is ran by composer Kai Rosenkrantz. Let's thank this amazing human being for making this music. That not only is there, builds the world and make it feel more real. By this you can know a person loves and has passion for what he is doing. Without him, this game wouldn't be the same. The AI for this game is great in my opinion. They don't just stand around and do nothing, at least not most of them. They actually eat, sleep and do other things as well. Obviously, as all games, this game has some glitches as well. I mean, what can you expect from a game that's made in 2001, am I right? There really aren't really anything game breaking that will just break your game and make you load every time or just close your game. Only thing I would say is that before you start the game you will have to actually have at least 2 or 3 patches to even be able to launch this game. Other than that, it's not that bad. Only real threat you have to worry about is ladder. Yes. The ladder is the thing that actually makes you die, just take fall damage more than actually. Whoever made the ladder, I think, has them in their life because it's really hard. And if you think that you will just pass them, you'll actually have to use in some parts of the game, which will actually be a headache more than fighting and everything else. And now, finally, let's talk about the main thing. The story. So after you arrive to camp to finish your quest and get your reward, you understand that it's actually not that simple, and so you could progress further. You either pay them 1000 ore, which is a lot if you have never played the game, or join a camp. So, the colony is divided in 3 camps, and each of them is ran differently, and they have different plans to get out of this damn barrier. The old camp, the one you first arrived and that got taken over by convicts when they created magic barrier, because that was the last job for them, ran by Ore Baron Gomez. They just provide the weapons for the king, and Gomez doesn't really give a damn about anything. Because after he makes weapons, the king provides him with anything he needs. Food, women, etc. The new camp where they don't give a damn what you do, and basically if you can whoop their ass, you do whatever and go wherever you want. And which is ran by their leader Lee. Their plan with the help of the mages is to gather enough ore to maybe be able to blow the barrier to pieces and be free for once. And the swamp camp, which has just a bunch of druggies that smoke all sort of weed every day and think they are the shit, ran by E. Variant, which is like they have their master they're praying to as they think he's the key to everything. So after you join your selected camp, which this time I chose Swamp Camp because who can say no for free weed 24/7, you start your journey. And like I said, you have your quests and things to do according to your camp, and this game is divided in 6 chapters. After you progress far enough, chapter changes, the NPCs have new quests, new items, and story progresses further. So going forward, after a few chapters, you learn that the war wasn't that simple, and the orcs actually are kinda ran by Sleeper. Yes, the same thing swamp druggies are praying to as their savior. After only some time, they learn that the Sleepers know what they thought, and it's actually an ancient demon which needs to be dealt with now. So now after a couple of these chapters, you have learned enough, and your goal is to take the Sleeper down. After all preparations, you finally take down Sleeper, and the game ends. My conclusion, in my own opinion, Gothic is the best RPG game made to this day. Thank you for watching, I hope this video was something you looked forward to see. Don't be shy and post your opinion in the comment section below what you think yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe and see you in another video.